Hi, I'm Corey from Voyager, and in this video I am discussing everything vinyl siding, from the pros to the cons, all the different styles of vinyl siding, and who vinyl siding might be best for. Let's get started. Vinyl siding is generally for homeowners who are looking for the most cost-effective solution to their siding needs. Vinyl siding is virtually maintenance-free. You can just rinse it down with a hose and you're good to go. There are literally hundreds of color options to choose from, and depending on the thickness of the vinyl siding you choose to go with, it is designed to hold up for many, many years of different weather conditions as well. Although vinyl siding is the most cost-effective solution to your siding needs, homeowners will need to understand that it is also the least durable solution to their siding needs as well. Vinyl siding is prone to cracking and failing over time, especially in severe weather areas that are susceptible to hail damage, high winds, and various things like that. It will crack and fail under severe conditions. So let's dig into the history of vinyl siding here for a little bit. Vinyl siding was first manufactured back in the 1950s, so it's been around now for 70 plus years. And manufacturers have had those many years now to both develop the durability and enhance the overall look and appeal to vinyl siding, as well as the many, many different color options now. So it's really been enhanced in the development of it over those many years. Vinyl siding has been and still is the most popular option for homeowners to choose because of how cost effective it really is. It still is the least expensive option for siding on the market still to this day. Unlike other siding materials, vinyl really has the most selection when it comes to brands and the thicknesses and the different style options you have and the different color options as well. Really, there is just so much to choose from when it comes to vinyl compared to other products on the market. Another thing homeowners should keep in mind when talking to their contractor about choosing the right vinyl siding for their home is not only the brand that they're choosing from, because of the different color options and the different style options, you definitely want to have a bigger brand to choose from. Like here at Voyager, we use Mastic and Allside and some of those bigger brands, so you really get the best selection possible. But you want to make sure that your contractor is also using the correct thickness of vinyl as well, especially for whatever region your home was built in. You really want to make sure that you have the correct durability for that environment. You don't want it to be as susceptible to cracking or fading a lot faster than it should be because you're using the wrong thickness vinyl. When talking about the thickness of the vinyl product and the durability, you see anywhere from 0.035 millimeters up to 0.055 millimeters thick. And anything a 0.040 millimeter or above is considered to be builder grade. So everything we do, for example, here at Voyager is typically a 0.042 or a 0.044. We can go up to a 0.046 with a lot of this product as well to keep it within a nice friendly budget, but still be within that builder grade thickness for the best durability. Voyager up here, we're also in Minnesota, so we want to make sure that that thickness is at a standard minimum for what we want to provide for our customers for that very reason. We do get harsh winters, we get hail and high wind storms and all that sort of thing up here, so we want to make sure we're providing the most durable vinyl product we can to our customers. Now, after considering the durability and choosing the correct thickness of the vinyl product that is right for your home in whatever weather conditions or environment your home is susceptible to, now gets into the fun part, which you're choosing the different style options for your home. I'm going to put up here on the screen the general styles that you typically see that homeowners like to choose from and explain the description of what the different looks and styles are and how they differ from one another. The first vinyl siding style you see in the upper left corner of the screen is traditional lap. And that's really supposed to emulate the look of traditional lap siding, and it comes in a bunch of different reveals. And what I mean by reveal is the dimensional width of each board and the amount that's being shown on the side of the home. And in traditional lap style, it comes in reveals of widths anywhere between 4 inches up to 7 inches. Typically on the smaller homes, homeowners like to choose a reveal that is a little bit wider, such as more of like a 6 or a 7-inch reveal. It does make the home look larger. The next style over is the Dutch lap, which has the flat face on the front that transitions into more of like an inner curve. So it is similar to the traditional lap, but that Dutch lap has more of a flat face, and then it transitions into that inner curve, whereas the traditional lap is more of just that curve style throughout the entire thing. So Dutch lap typically only comes in a 4.5-inch reveal. Not very many options for the reveal with a Dutch lap, but it does have a very unique design to it that some homeowners look for to be a little bit different. The next style over is called beaded seam, and that is a traditional lap style siding, but it has kind of a cylindrical appearance at each of the seams. So again, similar to traditional lap and Dutch lap, but it has that beaded seam at each of the seams, almost like a little cylindrical style at each one of the transition seams from board to board. The next style is called board and batten, and that's commonly seen with hardboard style siding, but vinyl siding does have that option as well, where it emulates what it says, board and batten. Flat boards with 2-inch vertical strips, and those vertical strips can be done in anywhere from 12 to 16 to 24 inches in spacing, just depending on the overall look you're going for that section of your home. Moving on now to the bottom middle picture, and that is the shake style siding. Yes, vinyl has a shake look style that tries to emulate the overall look of that natural cedar shakes. And it can also have the look of either the same size square pieces or variable sizes. They can be staggered or uniform in pattern. They can have a smooth finish, which is typically called a shingle style, or a cedar wood grain finish that is stamped into the actual vinyl to make it look as close as possible to that wood grain look that a natural cedar wood would typically show. Now looking at the last picture in the bottom right-hand side of the screen, those are called many different things. Typically, I know them as being a scalloped look or a half-round look, but sometimes some companies call them foundry rounds, but typically I do hear them being called as scalloped. And it consists of half-circle rounds that gives that scalloped look to the home. So just as you see it here, they are kind of a half circle shape and really have a very uniform, consistent look on the side of your home after it's installed. So there you have it for the typical, the most general styles you see homeowners choose between when it comes to vinyl siding. All right, and now a quick discussion on pricing, and I typically like to compare this to other hardboard options such as LP and James Hardie. LP is an engineered wood, and Hardie is a cement board siding. Those companies with their products are other big players in the market, so I like to compare the vinyl pricing to those two. Typically, LP is about 20% higher in cost versus vinyl, and then James Hardie is about 25 to 35% higher in overall cost compared to vinyl. So there you have it. Really speaks back to the intro to this video when I said vinyl siding is really your most cost-effective solution. All right, and now let's run through the pros here real quickly with vinyl siding. It is virtually maintenance free. As long as it holds up to the elements, you don't have to worry about repainting at all. It's very easy to wash and clean. You can just spray it down with a pressure washer. You don't have to worry about the color coming off at all or it damaging the siding at all. You can use a normal at-home pressure washer, maybe with a little bit of soap, and all the dirt and grime comes right off very easily. Like I said, never has to be repainted. It holds up for 20 to 40 years as long as it's being well maintained and as long as the weather elements don't get to it first. But it is said to last at least 20 to 40 years under normal conditions. And the last big pro that homeowners really enjoy about vinyl siding is that the many different color options and style options is just endless. You really can't get this sort of color selection with pretty much anything else on the market, and that's what homeowners really like. If your home is in a neighborhood setting where a lot of the homes kind of look the same and have the same color and kind of same style, and you want your home to stand out a little bit, the color options here are just endless. You can go with a pop of color, you can go with what's trendy currently, and you don't really have to worry about not having a color option at your disposal. Another fun thing to keep in mind for your home as well is with these different color options and style options is maybe to mix and match the different styles on your home to give it some depth and character in different areas of your home as well. So especially with the big brands out there on the market for vinyl siding, you really don't have to worry about them not having a color option or a style option that would work for you. Really, the colors and the styles and the different options with that are endless. Now getting into some of the cons to be expected with vinyl siding, really true with anything else, proper installation is critical. You really want to find a contractor who knows what they're doing and that does a good job with the installation, because poor installation can just be a nightmare from the very first week that it's put up on the home. You really want to allow for the material to expand and contract. You don't want to drive the nails in too tight as the material expands and contracts. it definitely will buckle if the nails are driven in too tight. You want to keep the nails straight and level, center the nails into the vinyl siding slots. You definitely don't want to face nail any of the nails in this at all, because if you don't drive the nails into the proper slots, the nails can start to pop and the vinyl can crack in various areas, and that is definitely not a good thing. Another con, or as what some homeowners might view as a con with vinyl siding, is it's really not designed to be a complete seal off from the underlayment of your home. It's meant to shift and move and be kind of free form, free flowing. So you really need to be cognizant of the fact that your installers need to pay close attention to how they're weather sealing your home. Hardboard siding options such as LP or James Hardie, those are a complete seal off around the home. Those are nailed really firmly against the house. They are completely caulked around the edges and as a complete weather seal from the underlayment of the home. And if anything were to ever get behind that on like an LP or James Hardie product, you do have that underlayment as kind of a second shield of defense against the weather elements. But like I said, with vinyl siding, the installers really need to keep that in mind, and most installers do know this, but the homeowner should be aware of this as well, that the underlayment really serves as the protection of the home, and the vinyl siding is just something that goes over the top of it to make it look nice. Another con I have here on my list for vinyl siding is something we've already discussed earlier in the video, and that it's just simply less durable than other siding options. So it is really prone to warping or cracking or chipping, especially in the colder weather climates. When it gets cold outside, it does get more and more brittle the colder it gets outside. So you want to keep that in mind as well. If you're mowing the lawn and you hit a rock or something and it shoots up against the siding, vinyl is more prone to crack when something like that happens. So just to keep in mind, it is the least durable option that you can choose for the siding, but with that, it goes hand in hand with the Pro I discussed earlier, where it is more cost effective. With the lack of durability and the simple fact that it is a vinyl material, also another con is that it can melt under extreme heat. So if you've got a reflection off a neighboring home, off a window, and it's highly concentrated, we have seen where vinyl siding has melted on a home due to the reflection of that sun off of a neighboring window. Or if a grill gets too close, if you're grilling outside a little bit too close to the house, that is definitely where you can see the vinyl siding start to melt as well. So it is susceptible to heat damage with a couple different scenarios, so you definitely want to keep that in mind. And just two more cons here real quickly with vinyl siding to keep in mind. It is not recommended to be painted. You shouldn't be painting vinyl siding. So if you want to change the color of your home and you have vinyl siding, you have to just completely replace your home with brand new vinyl siding of a different color. Unlike other hardboard options where you can hire a painter to paint the siding of your home and change the color, you really can't do that with vinyl siding. And the last thing, with companies going more and more eco-friendly nowadays, vinyl and the production of vinyl really is not eco-friendly at all. It emits high levels of chemicals and gases into the environment, so if that's something that's important to you, that's something to keep in mind. I know we're trying to get to a healthier, more eco-friendly environment, and vinyl is popular for the reasons discussed. Many people still choose. It's the majority option that people, homeowners choose to put on their homes still to this day, but it is not really an eco-friendly option for the environment. So in conclusion, vinyl siding really still has a stronghold in the market, has its place in the market. Majority of homeowners out there still choose to go with vinyl siding over any other siding product, and I mean for good reason. It is the most cost effective. It has a ton of different color options and style options. The wood look grains that they're getting into the shake style over here, and it doesn't look as bad as it used to on homes, that's for sure, but it doesn't come without its cons, so that's something to keep in mind as well. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. We'd be more than happy to get back to you and answer those questions you might have. And until next time, you all have a great day.